When I watch Fus play, I tell myself that there's no other life. No life apart from this one. There's this moment of people shouting, the sound of studs making contact with the grass and pulling away again, the shouts of his teammate, the one he doesn't get to quite on time, not playing deep enough, that rage they yell from the depths of their throats when scoring or conceding their first goal. A moment when there's nothing I need to be doing, one of the only moments I still have with Fus. A moment that I wouldn't lose for anything in the world. The moment I wait for more than anything else throughout the week. The one that gives me nothing but the fact of being there. That resolves nothing. Nothing at all. When the game is over, Fus doesn't come back straight away. I don't wait for him. And he doesn't show up until his brother and I have nearly finished lunch. "Hey, fat boy, wash my kit?" "Oh, sure, and why would I do that?" "You're my little brother. Don't worry, I'll make it up to you." He picks up his plate, serves himself, and goes and sits down in front of afternoon TV. At 5 o'clock, when I can face it, I go up to the clubhouse. There are fewer and fewer people there since they stopped doing early evening drinks. It had gone nuts. The guys had stopped working and they just waited for the bottles to come out. There are 4 or 5 of us, rarely more than that. Not always the same ones. There's no need to unfold the big tables the way we did 20 years ago. Most of us don't work on Mondays. Pensioners, Lucienne, La Lucienne, we would say around here, who comes along as she did in her husband's day, with a cake that she cuts up nicely. Nobody says a word until she's cut 8 lovely slices, all the same size. 1 or 2 of the guys have been unemployed since the dark ages. The topics are always the same. The village school that can't last when it's losing a class every 3 years. The shops getting boarded up one after the other. The elections. We haven't won for years. No one here voted for Macron. Nor for that other one either. That Sunday we all stayed at home. Even so, we were a bit relieved that she didn't go through. And I still wonder, though, if deep down some people mightn't rather she had. We hand out the odd leaflet. I don't think it achieves that much, but there's one young guy who has a way with words. A guy who can sum up in a page the shit that our minds and our lives are drowning in. Jérémie. Not le Jérémie, just Jérémie, plain and simple. Because he's not from round here, and he's forever taking the piss out of us for putting le or la in front of everyone's names. His parents came here 15 years ago, when the engine casing factory was setting up its new production line. 40 jobs all at once. Unimaginable. If they haven't launched that line 20 times, they've never launched it at all. The whole region, the prefect, the deputy, every class in the school turned up to wet themselves about it. Even the priest, who came to bless it several times on the quiet. The journalist from Le Républicain was forever turning up to go on about the conveyor belt, which she reckoned was a symbol, if you could believe that. Lorraine is industrial, and it will remain so. A pretty blonde doing her job as she was supposed to with suitably optimistic words. She took the photographs as well, and she varied the shots so that the Villerupt Audin-le-Tiche page didn't look the same every day. That conveyor belt was a long time being launched. Perhaps too long. The day they'd finally trained all the foremen and the operators. The day they'd finally found a way of dealing with the problem of the solvent. Not a huge deal, just a leakage of a few centilitres a day that stopped them getting their accreditation. And they were back in the middle of a crisis. One with the banks this time. The one that would ultimately finish off the production line and everything that went with it. The factory could have been spewing out radioactive material, and I don't think I'm lying when I...